Peace, how's everyone doing? My name is Rodney Hazard. I'm a music producer and an artist based out of Brooklyn, New York, and I'm here to give you a rundown, a breakdown of my newest song, Last Night with Gio Dee. So we're gonna go through how I made the beat, how I pretty much put it together, everything from the drum, snare, percussion, bass, vocals, what have you. So really excited to walk you through this. This is the first of many that are gonna go up on my channel. I'm gonna try to break down all of the recent songs I put out and all of the new ones coming out. So, there's something exciting to look forward to. So let's get right into it. Really the way that this song started, I would say, is with this bass line. This bass line sort of led the charge for everything else in terms of the song. So, let's get right into it and play this. So once I locked that in, the vision was already there. I already imagined exactly how the rest of the song came through. And I know that, for me, I just wanted to find some really sort of simple melody that would carry it, something that felt like atmospheric a little bit. So I went straight to native instruments, straight to Contact, and I came up with this next. So something with a lot of texture, and normally a lot of what I do when I compose this sort of sample on my own, essentially what I do from there is I time stretch it to, essentially half the pace to sort of create more of a dramatic feel. So check out how this sounds. So, let's hear those two things together, and you could sort of see where the vision was for the song right from the beginning. So here we go. We started building upon that, and I really wanted to kind of take this sort of ballet funk approach to it, just in general. But first, before I even get to the drums, normally what I start to do is include some vocal chops. And I think the vocal chops just sort of add a lot of different texture to them. So let's hear those solo first, and you can sort of see how I implemented them moving forward. So messing a lot with the pitch, with the octaves, and sort of piecing it together that way, I think really helps sort of give it variety, and really pull it all together. So let's play all three of these together so you can hear what they sound like. And I'll just continue to add more vocal chops on so you can sort of see how the song starts to build up. That essentially covers maybe the first part of the song, some of it at least, before we even get to the drums. So there you can sort of hear the texture, the atmosphere that's starting to occur. And as I sort of unsolo the rest of these, you can sort of see how complicated the file tends to get here. Let me zoom out a little bit. So from there, let's sort of hear what it sounds like when we start to add the drums in as well. So we have some sort of ballet claps, what I like to call them, reminiscent of sort of Brazilian funk music and just sort of Brazilian dance music in general, and how these sort of things start to come together when you start to mix them. So with that, now I know I needed some sort of second part, right? I love variety in my music, so I wanted to make sure that, okay, this bass needs to change and it could become something really sexy, something really appealing, I think, in order to sort of tie it all together and also just have some ear candy for the audience. And that's always what I look for, is something that's a little jarring, that's gonna kind of take you out your seat a little bit, you know, make you lean in sort of the way I'm leaning in on camera right now. So I added this bass, which I thought was such a nice sort of way to tie it all together. Check this out. With that sort of slowed down composition melody that I laid down earlier. Came together very beautifully. So right there is pretty much like the bulk of the beat. And you know, once I had this locked in, I passed it over to Gio, and you know, he did his thing. If you heard the song last night, then you already know he really did his thing when he hopped on this track. And he sent me back the vocals originally, and I was like, okay, cool. He sort of sent me like a verse, 2 verses, minus what the hook was there, and then that's when I started to, you know, do my own thing to it essentially. So, and yeah, we can get over here to Gio's vocals, you know, and we can sort of hear what the song sounds like all together just for a second. If you haven't heard the song, please go check it out.
Yeah. Need you take your time. I need you take your time.
So you could go check the rest of that song out. But essentially what he didn't really send the hook. So that last night part where he says, last night, I really wanted to take that and turn it into its own sort of hook. So I took it and created this sort of moment in the middle of the song where pretty much that second bass line comes in, the sample comes stretched out, and then it kind of like all culminates in this hook right here.
Last night, oh, last night. Last night.
And for his vocals, you know, I took it and I sort of broke it down a little bit where I used some vocal synth. I tried to create some variety between when he was saying last night to, again, create that sort of ear candy for the listeners, for you, of course, where it's sort of easy to listen to. It kind of carries you through the song. And then you see how the beat was sort of in the first half. I knew that, okay, we have to continue with this theme of variety, and how are we going to continue to add more ear candy throughout. So sort of last minute, you know, we went in and, well, I went in and created this sort of drum programming for the second half. So pretty simple, but again, I don't think you need a million different things in order to make the song feel right, you know? So before there was none of those drums. It was more sort of just the ballet funk and how it sort of opened up to that second bass part. So now it opens up to the second bass part with, you know, the alongside this sort of kick, snare, sort of sharp percussion that's going on here. So let's hear it all together now.
Baby, just me or more. She $1 bills. Now I'm gonna give it to her.
That added a ton to the song and sort of, again, created this surprise and delight moment for everyone. But again, we wanted to continue adding more variety. So as he sort of ended that second verse, I wanted to create a moment where it really felt more ballet funk than hip hop. Wanted to make it feel a lot more bouncy than rap, but also be able to add this sort of, you know, layer to it. I love ballet funk. I love mixing all of my different influences into tracks. So this was very important to me to include this and make sure that, you know, there's always some sort of transition into something that feels bigger than how the track started right from the beginning. So started to add these sort of like risers and some of these ballet perks, I would call them, some percussion, some more kicks, and then being able to affect out more of his voice. So again, there was just more variety, different things happening in the song, and arrangement is very, very important. So you don't want people to feel like it's mundane and sort of repeating all the time. So let's hear what that sounds like initially after that second verse. So I had these ballet funk perks added in these kicks.
Say we just me or more. She want dollar bill. I'm gon' give it to her. Give me water, I've been so thirsty for you. Quench my thirst, I want forever with you. Quench my thirst, quench my thirst.
Repeating more elements.
Quench my thirst, quench my thirst, quench my thirst. I want forever with you. Last night, oh last night, last night, last night, oh last night,
And yeah, that's pretty much how it all came together. Shout out to Gio Dee for really being a huge support system when it comes to a feature that I always need. He's one of the homies. We work very closely together, and I'm very excited to continue this journey with y'all. So I hope you enjoyed that beat breakdown of Last Night. And if you're a fan of my music, you know, let me know. What song do you want to hear next? I'm always down to do more of these. I'm gonna do one with Islands featuring Ray Fell very soon, so stay tuned. Please like and subscribe this video if you like what you heard today. And yeah, leave a comment below. Let me know what song to break down next. And until next time, peace.